Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Gulfstream Park here on Sunday. It is December the 8th, 2019. I'm going to look at all the stakes races on the program from Gulfstream, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Let's get to the stakes action here on Clasico Del Caribe card from Gulfstream. We'll look at all those races 7 through 11. The 7th race from Gulfstream, it's the Copa Confraternidad Caribe Stakes. It's going for a purse of $100,000, race for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 5 horses going the distance of ground of 2,000 meters with a distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/4 on the Gulfstream Park main track. 2,000 meters, a mile and a quarter main track. And they don't run a lot of mile and a quarter races on the main track anymore at Gulfstream. Years ago, they used to always run a mile and a quarter races, and the big race for the season used to always be the Gulfstream Park Handicap, which was a mile and a quarter. But when they did the renovations in 2005, they cut back the Gulfstream Park Handicap at first to a mile 3/16, then to a mile, and that's called the Gulfstream Park Mile. And now the big race is the Pegasus. Now, it's all weird. But I like these longer distance marathon races quite a bit. Top selection here in the Confraternidad. I'm going to go with the heavy favorite and a single multi-race to 2-horse Colucan or Colucan. I'm going to go Colucan, there we go. I'm going to go 2-4-1-3 in the superfecta, 2-4-1-3 super. Top selection 2-horse Colucan. I Rider T Juniors on this 4-year-old fleet by point determined. Faustio Gutierrez trains this one. The horse's most recent outing, 28th of September, Churchill, mile and 1/8 in the Lucas Classic, and he finished 7th by 10 lengths there, and really never got into it. It just wasn't the day to win against those tougher horses. Before then, the West Virginia Governor Stakes, a Mountaineer, mile 16th, August 3rd, finished 2nd by half length. He was drawn wide that day, and he closed up a little bit late from a stalking position, but it wasn't anything spectacular as the favorite. And then the Schaefer Memorial at Indiana, mile 70, July the 13th. He finished 3rd by length, and again, he closed up well. That wasn't the best, that wasn't the worst race for him. And then he won an optional 80 at Churchill, mile 16th, May 24th. I remember that race so clearly. I was watching the Nairos show on MSG, and that was when the race is shown. And right before the race, I'm like, 11-1. I should really be putting money on him, because it was a good group of horses, but 11-1, he could beat these horses. And of course, he won by 1.5 lengths, and was just much the best that day, earning an 88 buyer. Before then, the Pegasus World Cup and on the slab at Gulfstream here, he finished 11th by 32 lengths. He beat 1 horse home. He was over bet at 26-1. Even Frankie couldn't do anything there, but he did win the Clasico Caribe last year by 10 lengths, where he stalked, he got the lead, and then he took off clear at 30 cents a dollar. That was a very impressive run. Like I said, he should like the mile and a quarter. He's been training well. 2-5. That's the only thing that sucks about him, but let's take him. So to recap my selections for the 7th from Gulfstream, it's the Copa Confraternidad Del Caribe. Gonna go with the 2-horse Colucan. I'm gonna go 2-4-1-3 in the superfecta. Let's get over to race number 8 now from Gulfstream, which is the Copa Dama del Caribe. It's going for a purse of $86,500. Race for fillies of 3-year-olds here. We have a field of 8 horses going the distance of ground of 1,700 meters with a distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/16 on the Gulfstream Park main track. 1,700 meters, mile 16th main track. Top selection here, we're going to go to the number 7 horse, who is Cacciatora. I'm going to go 7-2-1-6 in the superfecta, 7-2-1-6 super. Top selection, 7 horse Cacciatora. Where are we? This is 3-year play by point of entry here. Juan Avila trains. Javier Castellano gets on this one. The horse's most recent outing came into Venezuela on the 23rd of June. A mile and a quarter in the Group 1 Prensa Hipka Nacion Stakes, and she finished 2nd by a length that day. The winner was just much the best, but this horse, he was staying the trip well with a low weight. I thought it was a good race. Since they put the blinkers on for this horse, she's gotten to very, relaxed, and she's run these good races. Before that, in Venezuela on the 2nd of June, 1 mile in the Hippodrome La Reconda Stakes. It was a local grade 1 or group 1. She finished 2nd by neck there, and she just couldn't get to the winner, who beat her next start out. But again, she ran a terrific race, and then just on the listed stakes down there in Venezuela, 1 mile, she won by 1.5 lengths. Couldn't find a replay for that race, but looking over the comment line, it said she won quite easily. Some of these races are somewhat hard to find a replay, and there are no comment lines in some of these horses, so it's a very head scratcher of a card to look at. usually my rule when handicapping these races, if you look longer, in my eyes, and for just me personally, if I start looking at a race longer, if it doesn't come quickly, I won't look at the race. If it comes quickly, I'll look at the race. But I try to spend 10 to 15 minutes on a race. Any longer than that, that's when I'm starting to overthink, and I have a tendency of overthinking a lot. So 10 to 15 minutes for a race is good. With these races, it took a little bit longer, a lot longer actually. It took me all afternoon to look at these races. Well, more than all afternoon, starting in the morning. But with that being said, I like this horse. Also, what I like about her is she's been here at Gulfstream training on the surface for the last 6.5 weeks, and over the last 6.5 weeks, her every workout's been getting better. At 3-1, I think she's sitting on the race. She could sit closer. I'm going to take her here. So to recap my selection for the 8th from Gulfstream, it's the Copa Dama Del Caribe. Going to go with the 7-horse Cacciatora. I'm going to go 7-2-1-6 in the superfecta. So now let's get to race number 8 from Gulfstream, race number 9 from Gulfstream, which is the Copa Invitational del Caribe. It's going for a purse of $85,000, race for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 10 horses going the distance of ground, again, of 2,000 meters, or the distance of ground of a mile and a quarter on the Gulfstream Park main track. 2,000 meters, a mile and a quarter, main track here. Like I said earlier, we don't have a lot of mile and a quarter races. Now we have 2 of them in the program. Top selection here in the Caribe Invitational. I'm going to go with the number 6 horse here, who is Little Paul. We'll go 6-2-9-5 in the superfecta. 6-2-9-5 super. Very wide open race. I think any of these 4 can win, but the top selection is 6 horse Little Paul. 6-year-old going by Sydney's Candy. Jose Velez trains this one. Eric Ramirez picks the mount up. The horse's most recent outing came the 20th of October down in Puerto Rico in Camaro. A quarter in allowance race. The horse won by 1/4 lengths that day, and he stalked, he got the lead, and he just took off to a very nice victory. That was a very good run. First off, a refreshing, probably was 100% fresh. Coming here, could rate really well. I think we'll get a good trip going a mile and a quarter. Before that, Camaro on the 20th of July, a mile and a quarter in the Grade 1 Barbarossa Stakes. The horse finished second by half a length, and he just couldn't get there late, but he still ran a very competitive race. And then before that, in a Grade 2, down a Camaro on a muddy going mile 16, June the 16th, finished third by 8 3/4 lengths there, and just really couldn't keep up. They ran a quick pace for that race there, considered to what he was normally running with. When they run very quick fractions, he doesn't get into it. I think with the mile and a quarter, they're not going to go as fast, and I think he's sitting on a good run. He's been training well here at Gulfstream since arriving about a month ago. 10-1, let's give him a shot. So to recap my selection for the 9th from Gulfstream, it's the Copa Invitational del Caribe. Gonna go with the 6-horse Little Paul. We'll go 6-2-9-5 in the superfecta. And if you're wondering, by me speaking Spanish, I took French in high school and in college. Well, first half of high school French, and in college 2 semesters, and I'm very proud to say I got a B- in that. I did take Spanish in elementary school, and passed that, but that was elementary school. So my Spanish is horrible. My French is even more horrible, but at least somewhat I could understand that. But I live here in New York City also, and I have to speak Spanish. I can understand if you talk slow, but me speaking Spanish is just an insult to the Spanish language, so I'm sorry. Let's get to the 10th race from Gulfstream now. It's the Copa Velocidad del Caribe. It's going for a purse $115,000, race for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 9 horses going to the Gulfstream main track. The distance of ground of 1,200 meters, the distance of ground of 6 furlongs on the Gulfstream main track. 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs, main track. The top selection here, we're going to take the 2-horse Ferragamo. I'm going to go 2-1-5-9 in the superfecta. 2-1-5-9 super. Top selection, 2-horse Ferragamo. This 3-year-old colt by Quincy. Oscar Gonzalez trains. Javier Castellano gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 1st of November at Mexico City. 6 furlongs and allowance optional claimer. And the horse won by 1.5 lengths that day. And he stalked, he got the lead. He took off clear. That was a very impressive run for him. Before that, Mexico City on the 20th of September, mile and 8th in the local Grade 1 there. Finished 4th by 9 1/4 lengths. All his races routing have been really subpar races. He really couldn't get the mile and 8th, and it just wasn't the day to win. Before that, a mile and 8th in the Mexican Derby at Mexico City, a mile and 8th. He finished 5th by 7 3/4 lengths. Again, couldn't stay the trip. Before then, local mile 16th Grade 1, couldn't keep up. But his last few races sprinting, like on the 18th of May, going 7.5 furlongs, he won by 1 3/4 lengths. Before that, 6.5, he won nicely. He's almost undefeated sprinting. That's his better trip. He always runs these competitive races. I think he's sitting on a good run here today at 5-2. If you're gonna have to single in the multi-race again, we'll single Kolokan or Kulukin here in the first leg. In this leg, we'll single this Ferragamo. He'll actually be my best bet of the day. But 5-2, there's no value. But to recap my selections now for the 10th from Gulfstream, it's the Copa Velocidad Del Caribe. Gonna go with the 2-horse Ferragamo. We'll go 2-1-5-9 in the superfecta. So now let's get to race number 11 from Gulfstream, which is the feature of the afternoon, the 11th race from Gulfstream, as a horse just flipped over on my TV. That's if you keep wondering why I'm looking over there, a horse flipped over. But let's get back to the action here and ignore the TV. The 11th race from Gulfstream, it is the Clasico Internacional del Caribe. The Clasico del Caribe, going for a purse $300,000, race for 3-year-olds here. We have a field of 12 horses going. The distance of ground of 1,800 meters, with a distance of ground here of 1.1 miles on the main track. 1,800 meters, 1.1 miles main track. 1 lap around the Gulfstream Park main track. The top selection here, we're going to go take the number 2 horse, Gran Mario. I'm going to go 2-5-3-1 in the superfecta. 2-5-3-1 super. Top selection 2 horse, Gran Mario. This 3-year-old colt by King Sarja here. Javier Castellano gets the red leg up. The horse has been running in Venezuela. He's a Venezuelan bred horse, but his most recent outing came in Venezuela, 1.25 miles in a local Group 1. And the horse won by a neck that day. And again, the ground was very wet that day, but he got a good trip. He closed up well, and he got the victory nicely. All around good run for him. Before that, in a local Grade 1 of Venezuela, 1.5 miles, July 21st, he won by 18.5 lengths. A lot of horses weren't getting the trip on that very demanding ground, but he did. Closed up. He got a good lead on the front end. It was an all-around good race. And then again in Venezuela, in a local Grade 1, he won by 1.75 lengths. And again, he just took off clear. He's a horse, when he runs on wet ground, he does well. He's 8-7 on it. He's 2 for 2 on a fast track. He can sit closer. His workouts have been good. At 9-2, I think he's sitting on a very good run, so let's take him. So to recap my selection for the feature 11th from Gulfstream, it's the Clasico Del Caribe. Gonna go with the 2 horse, Gran Amaro. I'm gonna go 2-5-3-1 in the superfecta. So let's please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.